We often speak about betrayal as something that happens to us. Someone lies, someone leaves, someone breaks our heart. But, there's a quieter, more invisible kind of betrayal, the kind we commit against ourselves. And most of us don't even realize we're doing it until we're completely drained, anxious, or disconnected from who we are. Self-betrayal sounds like, maybe I'm asking for too much. At least they're still here. I shouldn't bring this up again. They'll get annoyed. If I just try a little harder, maybe it will work. It looks like staying silent about your needs to keep the peace, settling for breadcrumbs and calling it love, dimming your light to keep someone else comfortable, constantly giving second chances without any real change. First, get radically honest with yourself. Ask yourself, does this relationship truly nourish me? Not, can I make it work, but is it already working for me? Next, validate your needs. Wanting consistency, emotional presence, depth, or affection isn't being too much, it's just being human. Then observe your patterns. Do you find yourself making excuses for people? Do you ignore red flags? Or maybe you stay in relationships longer than you should, out of hope or fear. Awareness is really the first step. Compassion is the second. Now, reconnect with your inner voice. If you've spent years silencing your needs, your intuition might be faint, but it's still there. So, create some space to listen. Maybe journal, sit in silence, talk to a therapist, or go for a walk without distractions. Let your truth rise to the surface. Finally, practice small acts of self-loyalty. Self-loyalty looks like saying no when something doesn't feel right. It looks like speaking up when you'd normally stay quiet. Sometimes it's leaving a conversation, a date, or even a relationship when your values just aren't being honored. Every time you choose yourself, you rebuild trust with your inner self. And that trust is your compass. Leaving isn't about giving up. It's about honoring your boundaries and your capacity for love. Here are some signs it may be time to go. You feel chronically unseen or misunderstood. No matter how much you explain, your needs remain unmet. You keep hoping they'll change, but nothing changes. You've already communicated, asked, waited, compromised, and the pattern stays the same. You feel like you're losing yourself. The relationship takes more than it gives. Your joy, your self-trust, your inner spark are fading. You're staying out of fear, not love. Fear of being alone, fear no one else will love you, fear you'll regret leaving. But fear is not a good foundation for a life. You're doing all the emotional labor. You're the one initiating, repairing, soothing, carrying the weight of the relationship. You don't need a dramatic reason to leave. Being consistently unfulfilled is enough. You're allowed to walk away from something that doesn't meet your needs. Even if it once did. Even if they're not a bad person. Even if they love you in their own way. Because if their way leaves you feeling empty, unseen, or small, it's not your way. The moment you stop abandoning yourself is the moment everything begins to shift. You'll start to see your patterns more clearly. You'll stop making yourself wrong for what you need. You'll begin to attract, or create, relationships rooted in mutual respect, emotional safety, and authenticity. But first, you need to come home to yourself. You are not too much. You are not hard to love. You just need to be met by someone who sees the real you and wants to meet you there. And that someone starts with you.